Greetings, and in this video I'm going to attempt to create a motivational YouTube channel.
Now, this channel in the past year has been hitting the millions with their motivational quotes videos. They're like 7.4 million, 6.6 million. I'm going to create a video using AI platforms and create a channel. Now, in my case, I'm going to use a channel that I've already had. It's a year old and I haven't used it for the longest time, to be honest. So I'm going to resurrect that and add my videos to there. If you've got an old channel, resurrect it. If not, start a new channel. Now let's go over to Social Blade, and at Social Blade they are making around 808 to 12.5 grand a month. So let's get started. Okay, the first place we're going to go to is ChatGPT, and here we are going to look at creating a list of names to name the channel. Put in the prompt that you can see on the screen and let's see what it gives us in return. And there you have it, some great names. I like number 4, Motivate Minds. I think I'm going to go with that one. Now we're going to create a banner. I'm going to need a banner for the YouTube channel. We'll put in another prompt to help us create a banner. We'll put in create 10 YouTube banner captions. Let's see what it comes back with. Okay, there we go. We've got quite a few good ones. So we're going to go with something like, I like rising above challenges, be inspired. I'm going to go with that one. And what I will say is I've actually created the video part way already, and I have a last section to complete the video. Okay then, so what you can see is me and ChatGPT. So I had to go through a process to get to this point. I've created 5 names of ancient Chinese philosophers, and that's what I'm going to be working with. In the discussion that I had with ChatGPT before, it gave me Chinese philosophers, ancient African philosophers, Greek philosophers. So I've got names for each of those areas for my other videos. So at this point, I got to the level where I've already got my names as my philosophers, and this conversation is about Chinese philosophers. So I have 5 names. So my statement to ChatGPT is to give me 3 statements for each philosopher. But then what I found was it wasn't enough quotes to make the video long enough. So I went back into ChatGPT and asked for, I think it was 10 statements for each name, and then I basically picked from each section and then grabbed a whole lot of quotes. When it comes to you creating your video, if the quotes are short, you'll need more quotes. If the quotes are long, obviously you'll need less quotes. So here are the last 3 quotes that I'm going to be adding to my video to finalize it and get it complete. The next thing we're going to go on to is to create the image. I've been using, which I think is pretty awesome, it's called Dream.io, and this is what I've been using to create my images. Now, this is a free software and you don't need to sign up for anything. You can actually use it for free. The downside is it only puts it in a portrait form. If you go premium, you probably will get bigger sizes. Now, as you can see, the art styles, they are numerous. There are lots of variations you can play around with, and even that some of them are premium, you still have a lot to play with. What I did is I put a prompt in and I went through all of them to kind of see what the style worked with, so that stopped me from faffing around when I came to do work. So for this one now, pretty simple: male, ancient Chinese philosopher, wise, knowledge and strong. And I like the ink one because I've done research on motivational videos and they use a lot of image, colour, that kind of painting, picture frame, portrait kind of thing, and I wanted mine to really pop, especially from the small thumbnail on the right hand side when you go through YouTube suggest. So I went with the ink. You put in your prompt as you would do and click create, and then that wiggly line is saying that it's working, and you just literally just wait. It doesn't really take long, it is quite fast, and then you get an idea of the image. And if you don't like, just click create again and just wait. And so what happens is if you click on the little thing, you can't really see it from the screen, but when you go to the website you'll be able to see it. It brings up a preview image to have a good look at what it looks like. I usually don't use this option. I just click finalize, and that opens up the screen big as well. And then on here you can like name the artwork, add tags, and you know, publish it, but you're obviously going to create an account for that. So here you can either download it, which is like download it to your system, or you can click generate, which is to create another one. Now when you click download, you'll have this little box. It's got original, background image, and video. The video probably makes a video for me, I have no idea. Now if you click original, what it will do, it will download the image, but it will put a watermark on the image, and you don't want that. Click background image. It's exactly the same image, but it just doesn't have the watermark on it. You click background image, and then it will enable you to save it to your computer. And then when you've done that, you can just go and generate another image. So now from research, people have either moving videos behind the quote or just a blank screen. I wanted something different. I wanted something happening but nothing moving. So what I did, this is another AI text to image generator, and it's called Days Go. And this is really good. As you can see, there's like quite a lot. You can go from like really realistic, I mean proper realistic, to like anime. But if you go around the middle about this one, the Dream Shaper number 7, it gives you a good image. So again, it's exactly the same prompt that I use in the other AI text to image, and let it run. Now what happens is when you click run, you can tell that something's happening. If it does take a while sometimes, because it seems like it's free, a lot of other people will be using it on the server as well, so it can be quite slow. There's a lot of options on the left hand side, but to be honest, I haven't touched none of those because this gives me what I need. When you click run and it's going for a long time, just make sure you copy the prompt, refresh your screen, and put your prompt back in, and it'll work straight away. How awesome is that image? It's mind-blowing how AI is just doing things right about now. So I'm gonna save this image to my hard drive. So you just click download, and it allows you to save it to your computer. Okay, I've done that, but you can't see my screen because it's on another window. Now we're going back to ChatGPT. So I've got 3 quotes to finish off my video, and then it's complete. The website that I'm using is called Mic Monster. It's fantastic. You can use it for free, and there's a few things I want to share with you before you jump in to use it. So first of all, you can use it for free, like I've said, and this is the home page you will see when you come to it for the first time. Now for the freebie, which is this, what you can see, you have 300 characters. It's not a lot, but you're able to use it a couple of times. I've used it I think 7 times so far. I think you could probably use it up to like probably 10-11 times before it will stop you, and then usually wait a bit, like an hour, and then you can carry on again, or probably wait till the next day. It is worth actually signing up. It's free to sign up, and what you see here is this happens when you sign up. You won't see the box when you sign up for first time. What you do, you'll click create a new project, and then this box will appear. Now on the free option, you only can have 1 box, but if you pay, you can have multiple boxes, obviously for different projects and different sounds and audios, that kind of thing. But you have to do everything in 1 box if it's a free option, which is totally fine. So what happens is you click on the box, and it's in here where you are able to pretty much play around and get your text turned into a person. Now here you have multiple options. You got person who you want to speak your text. You can change the speed, you can change the pitch, you can change the voice tone of your content. In here your limit is 1,000 characters, so this is where you have to be strategic. So ideally you want to try and fit as much quotes in this box as possible, so you can hit your quota of 1,000. Then what you need to do is then go to the free version, which is on the home page. So what you do, you put in your quote, and even though the speech AI doesn't say the quote, by deleting the quotes, it actually takes away some character, adds up back on the characters, which is always good if you're missing off a word or a couple of words off a quote that you're trying to put in. So bear that in mind. Now obviously the longer your quotes, the less quotes you'll be able to use in this section here. Also, while we're here, is that on the right hand side you have multiple people you can talk your audio, but the ones that are grayed out are for those who are on premium, but you still get a good selection even for the freebie. Now if you press the play buttons, you'll be able to hear the voice before you commit. For my video, I want it kind of soothing, kind of nice, so I went with Christopher, because Christopher, he just sounded really nice, and his voice was really soothing. I'm saying him, it's AI, but it just really sounded really nice, that you could listen to his voice for a good while. And ideally you want people to be able to listen to voices for a while, because you want them to watch your video. So I went with Christopher. So when you've chosen the voice that you want, you just literally click on the name, and the person will change at the top of the screen. everything. Now you can see an error when I went to click preview. In your case, you will be able to hear the audio sounds like, and then you can click generate. In my case it says error because I only have 28 characters left because I've already used my quota. Really, you won't see error unless you use your quota and then you're trying to do some more. But as I said, if you use all your quota of 1,000, all you need to do is open up another window, go to the home page of this website, and then use the free option until you can get all your quotes turned into audio. The only difference with this is, like I said, you only have 300 characters, so more than likely you're going to be doing it for a couple of times, and you'll be literally having a couple of audios for each video that you're going to have to kind of piece together. But that's cool because you can do that in Canva, and we'll look at that in a bit. So on this space, which is on the home page, if you scroll down to the bottom, it's got voice samples of most of the voices that you can play around with. If you start on the home page before you sign up, make sure that the voice that you choose to use on the home page is actually available for when you signed up. Once we've done, as I said, this is my last three quotes, so we're going to see how it works. Put it in there, click generate, and then once it's done, it'll say, it's ready. Click download and save it to your hard drive. But once you've saved it, save it as a name. Try and save them as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or A, B, C, D, E, F. So when it comes time for you to come upload up in Canva, you have an order to bring them in so you don't get confused. Now when you're finished, it keeps the quote in the same window, which is fantastic because you can actually go back and forth from here to copy it and save it in, put it in Canva. Now we've done that, we're going to go over to Canva, and you should know about Canva already. And first of all, we're going to create the thumbnail. So we're going to put in YouTube thumbnail, and it'll give you the options to create a thumbnail. And here's mine. How awesome is it? I'm not going to go too much into it, but here's the image that I got from the Dream.ai, and it's the ink one, and it was on the left. I flipped it to the right, and then I have an issue with text and images because I'm a graphic designer, and I can just lose myself. So for this project, I had to really knuckle down, don't overthink things, and just go through the process. So for this one, I use League Gothic. If you want to go with that, that's fair enough. It's a nice style, it's a nice font. I put an effect on it, which is offset white, because a lot of the motivational videos, they're quite dark, and obviously that's the kind of thing that they want to go with. I wanted mine to pop, so I'm trying it to go the complete opposite. So I've had a white background. I really messed with a couple of filters for the image. So I brought out the white, I brought the black really black, so it's really striking, and then I put the white background on the text, and then did a splash of red to zone in. Now what I've seen from the research of the channels of motivational is that they have a quote on the thumbnail, and it is part of the quote because you want to entice someone to click to find out what else is this quote about. Also what I did, I added up some more ink splatter to kind of go with the image because it just seemed a little bit empty. Go through the elements on Canva, and you can pick out little things that probably match your image. And I also added a gradient. I've put that in the background. As you can see, when I move it around, you can see how white it is underneath. It all works in coherent together now. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So with that done, now we're going on to the video. So as you can see, I've done most of my video, and that's the image. You see the image that's what we did from Desgo. It looks awesome in the background. Again, it's the same font. The image is, I haven't done nothing to this image. So by adding the black panel and bringing down the transparency, I get the effect of him sitting in the back, oozing wisdom and being wise, but I still get the focus of people to see and be able to read the quote with ease. Now at the bottom, I've put the name of the person whose quote it belongs to. I've been playing in here, putting the text and whatever else. When you start moving things around, for some reason, I don't know why, Canva messes around with the audio. It goes lower and lower and lower until it disappears. I'm telling you this because if I don't tell you and you go through the motions and it happens to you, you might be wondering, why is it happening? You just literally delete the ones that are there and then bring them back in. And this is why I say to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you need to take out or delete all your audios and start it again because Canva's messing around, it's very easy to pop them in because they're already in order. So let's get to adding the last quotes. So first of all, I'm going to upload my last audio. So on checking, just to make sure I've got the same name, I'm going to copy this, well, duplicate this last frame because it's the same name. So duplicate it 3 times because I have 3 quotes, and this makes it super easy when you're adding quotes in. What I will say is if you can get quotes of the same person, a lot easier when you need to copy and paste your quotes in than having each one as a different person. When you can have like a batch of all the same person, like I say, it's like 6 or 7 quotes of one person, another 6 or 7 of another person. It's very easy just to duplicate one and then just change out the quote itself. It makes it really easy for you, and it's less confusing, to be honest. So this is my last quote. And there we go, the video is now finished. Now let me just put in the audio file. Just check it all syncs up nice and neat. Now usually at the end I would have put subscribe. This I just decided to just get rid of all the text and just have him sitting there. I think it's very powerful the way it ends. So let's export this video. So click download, make sure it's on MP4, just double checking everything, then download, and it's now downloading to the computer. Let me show you the video that we downloaded from Canva.
He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened.
Yeah,
if you want to
I really like it. It's really nice, especially with the image in the background. I'm glad I did that. And then let's look at the image at the front, my thumbnail. Now that looks powerful. I really like that. So yeah, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. But more importantly, take action, create your own motivational video, get it up on YouTube, and enjoy the process. And if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I'll see you in the next video.